for anyone to move that body. Not Scott by himself, not Chris by himself. Anyone would have needed something. And you know what? It's okay if you all think different ways in which she moved his body. One of you could think she used the tractor. One of you could think she used the RTV. One of you could think she literally just got down and rolled him there. It was all downhill, you saw. One of you could think she tied him up like a deer to the back of the RTV and dragged him over there. But he ended up on that burn pile. And a ferry didn't put him there. A murder ferry didn't put him there. No one else. There is no evidence anyone else was on that property. And to think differently is to seek doubt.
This was a big issue for the defense, but the jury didn't buy it, Al.
No, they didn't buy it at all. But it is a big issue. I mean, you know, there's the expression dead weight, and he's a large man.
Over 300 pounds. Over 300 pounds.
And she's not, you know, a bodybuilder by
$120.
Right. So it's a very, very interesting question. It was a question that from the beginning was something that I was concerned about. I mean, how can you move that body? I mean, it's not easy to move dead weight. You know, just take a look at any of these mob movies where they try to bring a guy and get him into the trunk and this, that, the other thing. It's not easy.
It's
dead
a two-person
weight means
job.
exactly that. It's very difficult to do that. But, you know, you mentioned about the kids and, you know, 3 out of the 4 pointing the finger at mom, and still the jury was deadlocked, okay, for a period of time, even with 3 of the 4.
And it could have been just one person. We don't know. We'll find out tomorrow morning on opening statements with Julie Grant. Good plug there. Darnell, so, and Al and Jennifer, I want your input on this. Last week we talked about this, Darnell, and we know that there were 2 people that were having the finger pointed at them. And I asked you, who would you rather represent, Scott or Melody at trial? And here's what you said.
I just like the big fish, Vinny. I'm a winner. So, you know, I'm going to go with Melody. It sounds like there's one of these sons who thinks everything's his already, so he has a motive to want to off his father because he wants it quicker. He doesn't want to wait until the inheritance comes down.
So, Darnell, I have the defense coming in tomorrow night. I'm going to interview them. Is there anything from your perspective that you would have done a little differently than they did here? Or was it just the jury pool and the facts in Cherokee County, Georgia?
Yeah, I think that, you know, it's hard to look back and say that, you know, they would have done something different. I do know that if, in fact, they were looking at one of the sons as a possible a suspect, all you can do is hope that you can get the most dirt on that person and cross-examine that person even more stronger and try to find a motive. Motive typically for a dead person in this scenario is money. So if you can see that this guy stands to inherit money, he's the only one living at home. Everyone else went out on their own and got married and are doing the adult thing, but he's just waiting for that inheritance. Perhaps you just build that up more and then find something else to support that. And that shows that he would have more of a motive. And again, you're not even trying to convict him. You're just trying to raise reasonable doubt,
raise enough doubt. All right, Jennifer Brandt, this should not count against his streak, should it? Because he picked Melody here. He didn't actually try the case. So it doesn't break Darnell's streak.
I disagree. I think it does break. Unfortunately, it breaks Darnell's streak. I mean, I hate to do that to Darnell. We're very close, but I do think he's done.
Okay.
He picked the wrong person. I mean, you know.
There we go. Think Tank staying with us. When we come back, we're going to talk about